Benjamin Paul Ballance-Drew, primarily known as Plan B or Ben Drew, is an English rapper, singer-songwriter, actor and film director from Forest Gate, London. Plan B first emerged as a hip-hop artist, releasing his critically acclaimed debut album Who Needs Actions When You Got Words in 2006. His second studio album, The Defamation of Strickland Banks, was a sole record and went straight to number 1 on the UK albums chart. He has also collaborated with other artists such as Chase and Status, most notably on the top 10 single end credits. Drew has also had a successful film career as an actor, with roles in Adulthood, Harry Brown, 4.3.2.1 and The Sweeney. In 2012 Drew released the film Ill Manors, which he wrote and directed, accompanied by a Plan B soundtrack album which became his second number 1 album. Early life: Drew was born and brought up in Forest Gate, London. His mother worked for a local authority and his father, Paul Ballance, played in punk band The Warm Jets during the 1970s. Drew was 5 months old when his father walked out and 6 years old when he disappeared completely. Growing up, he felt outcast from much of society. "We weren't working class but we weren't middle class, we were in the void in between. I've always felt like a social outcast." From 11, Drew attended the Anglo-European School in Ingatestone, Essex. He was later transferred to Tom Hood School, before being expelled and sent to Tunmarsh Pupil Referral Unit in Newham, for children unable to attend mainstream school. He finally left school with 3 GCSEs. He taught himself how to play guitar at 14, first playing Blur and Oasis with friends, then going on to write his own R&B love songs. At 18, feeling uncomfortable with R&B, he turned towards rap and hip-hop music and wrote Kids, inspired by the murder of Damilala Taylor. "The whole reason for calling myself Plan B was that I was doing this sweet boy Justin Timberlake shit, but I never felt comfortable when I started rapping, it was easier for me to feel comfortable." Music career, 2005 a 2009, early career and debut album, Plan B first appeared with the track Cat Back, produced by DJ Wonder, on the grime compilation album Run the Road. His first single Kids/Dead and Buried was also released in 2005 as a limited edition 7 vinyl on his own label Pet Sematary Records. He soon gained a recording contract with 679 Recordings and released his second double A-side single Sick to Death/No Good, filming his debut music video for No Good. In early 2006, Plan B released a video-only download single for Missing Links, which later had to be re-recorded because he did not gain sample permission from Radiohead for the use of Pyramid Song. He also released his first mixtape It's Time for Plan B with the May 2006 issue of Hip Hop Connection magazine. On June 23, 2006 Plan B made his first television appearance on Later, with Jules Holland, performing an acoustic version of Mama. His dark copyright but album Who Needs Actions When You Got Words was recorded with producers Paul Epworth, Fraser T. Smith and the Earlys, and was released June 26, 2006, charting the following week at number 30 on the UK albums chart. The album gained positive reviews from most critics, including a 5-star review from The Guardian's Alexis Petridis. In July 2006, Mama was released as a single, becoming the first Plan B song to appear on the UK singles chart, peaking at number 41. In 2006, Paul Epworth and Plan B collaborated again on the track More Is Enough by Epic Man. After touring throughout 2006, playing at festivals such as Reading and Leeds, a music video was filmed for No More Eatin' to accompany the release of Plan B's Live at the Pet Sematary EP on October 30, 2006. On December 11, 2006 he released the Remixes EP. During his January-February 2007 tour, Plan B released his second mixtape Paint It Blacker, containing bootleg recordings of songs by artists such as the Rolling Stones, Nirvana, Radiohead, Coldplay, Leonard Cohen and Jose Copyright Gonzalez with producers Sem, Benny G from the Mixologists and Amir Amma. In 2007, Plan B re-released the song No Good with new remixes, and a music video was filmed for the B-side Businesswoman. Also in 2007, Plan B featured on songs by other artists such as Professor Green, Killa Kila, Skrin, Shameless and the Mitchell Brothers. With a supporting role in the film Adulthood, Plan B recorded 3 songs for the film: a unregistered trademark soundtrack, a End in the Streets, On It 08 with Adam Deacon, and I Need Love featuring Jacob Anderson. Plan B also featured on the Chase and Status single Pieces, which topped the UK dance chart in 2008 and peaked at number 70 on the UK singles chart. In 2009, Plan B recorded Shifty with Riz MC and Sway, which was lifted from the soundtrack to Aaron Krevia unregistered trademark film Shifty, starring Riz Ahmed and Daniel Mays. Also in 2009, Plan B played Noel Winters in Harry Brown, and achieved his first top 10 hit single with End Credits, another collaboration with Chase and Status which featured in the soundtrack for Harry Brown. 2009 a present, Strickland Banks era and Ill Manors, Plan B's second album and film The Defamation of Strickland Banks was released on April 12, 2010. The lead single from the album, Stay Too Long, reached number 9 on the UK singles chart. The next single from the album, Love Goes Down, was accompanied by an official music video featuring Andy Crane, Paul Young, Abby M. Butler, Vicky McClure and Casco Delario, which had its own premiere on November 16, 2010. He supported Noel Gallagher on the second night of his solo shows at the Royal Albert Hall on March 26, 2010, and played in Bangor at the Radio 1 Big Weekend on May 23, 2010 on the New Music We Trust stage. He performed a duet of I Guess That's Why They Call It the Blues with Elton John as part of Elton's BBC Electric Proms performance at the Roundhouse in London in October 2010. On February 16, 2011, Drew won Best British Male at the Brit Awards. In March 2012 he released the single and video for Ill Manors, a song which deals with the 2011 London riots, and which was described by The Guardian as the first great mainstream protest song in years. A soundtrack album and film of the same name were released in June 2012, followed by 3 more singles, Lost My Way, Deepest Shame, and Playing with Fire. Drew produced Pray for Love by Quabs, released on May 6, 2014. His forthcoming new album, called The Ballad of Belmarsh, is a hip-hop-laden series of events that depicts the story of Plan B's alter ego, Strickland Banks. He has said that he recognizes the fact that the upcoming hip-hop album will probably not have the same appeal or be as successful as his previous soul album, which has sold over 500,000 copies, but he is okay with this. I know The Ballad of Belmarsh is not going to work commercially, I know radio ain't going to play it, but I'm still going to put it out there because I love it. It's a piece of art. He said. It's probably going to sell about 100,000 copies a year or no more. But I'm cool with that. In 2014, he began extensive work with Nat Powers, on his latest solo material. Film career, acting. After previously appearing in Ian Forsyth and Jane Pollard's short film Walking After Ackensee in 2005, Ben Drew's first major film role was as a supporting character in Noel Clarke's Adulthood. His song Kids was previously included in the soundtrack to Adulthood, which led to Drew being cast in the sequel. In 2009, Drew had another supporting role as Noel Winters in the Daniel Barber film Harry Brown, starring Michael Caine. In 2010, Drew appeared in Noel Clarke's film 4.3.2.1. Drew's most recent role has been co-starring in the Sweeney film, based on the 70s UK TV show of the same name, alongside Ray Winstone, playing the role of George Carter. The film was released on September 12, 2012 and went straight in at number 1 in the box office charts. Directing, Drew expressed an interest in working in film early in his music career. In an interview about Who Needs Actions When You Got Words, he said, "We're still promoting this album and I've started work on the next one, but I'm really getting into film at the moment. I'm writing this script, and I really want to find some time to focus on it. I really feel that's what I'm destined to be doing." In 2008, Ben Drew directed his first short film Michelle, which starred Adam Deacon and Skrin. He also directed the music video for Pieces. Drew began production on his first full-length feature film, Ill Manors, in September 2010. Speaking in March 2010 to UK soul writer Pete Lewis, Drew described Ill Manors as a hip-hop, music-based feature film which has 6 short stories that all kinda mixed together to make one big story and each mini-story will be represented by a different hip-hop track. It'll all be narrated by me, and it'll actually be the reverse of the Defamation of Strickland Banks in that with Ill Manors, the film will come out first and the soundtrack will come afterwards. And again the soundtrack will be a film for the blind, in that you'll be able to listen to it and it'll tell you the story of the film. Advertising. In June 2011 Hewlett-Packard signed up Plan B as part of their advertising campaign for their Beats audio laptops, using a short film exclusive to UK cinemas which showed Plan B with his band in a recording studio deconstructing the song She Said, which had been a UK chart success a year earlier. Subsequently, in its June 24 issue, the British satirical magazine Private Eye made reference to the ad in its Ad Nauseam column, voicing the magazine's view that Plan B's involvement in the commercial seemed to be at odds with his comments at the Ivor Novello Awards regarding music promotion, where he criticised what has to go on in order to get your music to get played to the masses. In July 2011 Bulmers Cider announced that they had signed up Plan B to help sell their product, releasing an advert which depicted a live performance by Plan B. Discography. Studio albums, Who Needs Actions When You Got Words, The Defamation of Strickland Banks, Ill Manors, Filmography, Awards and Nominations. Tours, Who Needs Actions When You Got Words Tour, The Defamation of Strickland Banks Tour, Ill Manors Tour, References. External links, Official website, Plan B on MySpace, Plan B's channel on YouTube, Ben Drew at the Internet Movie Database.